Hi folks, here again with more Revit training. Today we're going to look at creating a wall section. So we're in this basic view of this drawing here, and we're going to use the detail items more, just so you can have a good understanding of how they work and how to maneuver them. So first thing we want to do, we want to grab the section tool and zoom into this area right about here. And we'll cut a section. This is my basic view of the building we've been working on. So just cut a section right there. Okay, now we want to double click. Let's hit the modifier to get out of that. So now we just double click on the section and we're in that view. So now we can crop this thing here, bring it out a little bit. So just take it and pull the little dots slightly out. Okay, now here, what I like to do is go into our detail component under the annotate tab. We'll hit detail component. And here we'll take the break line and we'll place the break line right about here. So now to rotate it, we just hit the space bar. There's one, but I think we want to have it that way. Okay, let's place another one here. We can just copy it if we like. Just copy this down and base that on that grid line there. Over there. Probably should have put in multiple. And copy that one. So we go constrain and multiple. So let's go from this grid line to this one. Okay. Now we can go back and crop this view back a little more. Just to hide that there. We won't worry too much about that, unless we can probably change the scale. I think I will change the scale. It looks kind of small. Normal section would be probably 3/4 inch. There you go. So that's a little better. Now, what we do next here is just basically go into our detail components on the annotate tab, and let's start placing some elements. Detail component. Now, these detail components are preloaded. Uh, so for the first one, let's go and place this bar. We'll place a rebar here. So let's go down to reinforcing bar 911. Number 11. Yeah, let's take this one. So now we'll place this bar right down here in our footing. And once we place it, we have the grip arrows. Cancel out of that. So you can select this and drag it by the grip arrows. Now let's place another one in here. Just go to annotate, detail component. So we have that component selected, so let's just do a right space bar and we'll get it in this direction that we wanted and place it here. And let's just go hit the modifier to get out of the command because we want to modify this thing. So let's take it, just select that little arrows, and let's pull this all the way up. That's good, right about to there. Okay, now We have our footing bar placed, and we have one reinforcing bar placed just here. So now let's go in and let's place another bar here. So we go back into our annotate tab. Everything's under detail component. Here's detail component. And for here we will select, so here the type selector, and we'll pick the, let's see, go down, see reinforcing bar, 911, 11. And we'll place this guy right about here. As you notice the shape, so let's rotate it. Yeah, we want to put it right about here. Okay, so now in this case, we can do the same thing, but I'm going to show you we can do it this way. So let's select this guy, and now L1, which is the top, let's make this 8 inches, or about, and then let's make this one, we got 14, we had cancel this out, sorry. Geez, sorry, slow computer. 0, 0. So we're looking at, let's just drop this down 32 feet. So let's make this 32 feet. Right in there. From there. So there's our wall section coming together. I think we want to drag this one up slightly. Okay. So let's zoom out and have a look. Okay, that looks pretty good. So now let's go on and move a little further here and let's add some more elements and things. Let's go and go to our detail component again. This time you want to load a family here. And we're loading, we want to go down to our detail items. And we want to go into division 32, exterior improvements. And let's look at concrete curves and gutters. And let's create 6-inch, let's see, where is it at? Okay, let me see, concrete curves and gutters. Okay, let's hit open here. And there we already have it selected. So let's just take this guy right here. Let's rotate it. This is just a curb and gutter, basically. And let's put this right about here. I think we should lift it up a little bit. So let's just move this up slightly, just so it sits on the footing. Now these details that we're drawing are just details because they're not associated, they won't be associated with our model. So that makes that very clear and understood. Okay, now since we have all this in here, let's go and add, let's see, what can we do now to make this? Okay, let's go to field region. Now we're in our field region, so let's go and select chain on. And we want to go and edit this type here now. So let's duplicate this. Well, this what we have. Let's duplicate this and let's call this soil or grade or whatever you want to call it. And let's say OK right here. Now let's go into our builder block and let's do some editing here. So we should find there's earth. Is there soil? No. So let's just take earth here. We can edit this as well, I think. Yeah, we can. Let's just leave it that way for now. I wanted to rotate it 45 degrees because normally we would show it that way. Let's say OK. And there's all of our other, we can do a color and whatever, but let's just go with earth and let's say OK. Now we want to draw our region, so let's just go and let's see, we can start from, let's go from here. Let's take a line there to that point. We can come out here a little bit more, let's say to there. Go down here. Let's just take it out to here. I think we're going to break these off anyway, so let's just go to here, across, there. Come on up to here, and we can just close this right at that point. Now once we've got that done, we'll just finish it off by checking the check mark, and there's our soil. Okay, now let's go in here and have a look what we got. So what I would do here as well, we can copy these. I just place them in again. So let's just go and place our break line. So let's go to detail component. There's our break line. It should be at the top. No, it's not at the top. There it is. Place our break line. We can take it here, space bar, rotate it, and I put it on the wrong side again. Let's go take this again. Yeah, that's the right side. We can add the pull arrows to pull it down into place. Okay, let's place one here. We just go component, annotate, and there it is. Place it in there. Wow, got it wrong again. Rotate it. Let's just drag it out a little bit to there. So we're coming along with our detail. I add another break line here. So we can get this one right. Nope. So we'll take that again. It would have been just as easy for me to copy that one and, you know, because, well, I'm going to undo that. I moved it a little bit. Okay. So I select it. We got pull arrows down and up. So now this is just another view that's going to be dragged and drop onto a sheet and everything. Okay, now let's go and look at one more thing here. Then we'll carry on. So let's look at let's add let's do a repeating detail. So from here we want to go into our component, repeating detail component, and here we've got selected items for repeating details. So let's pick this number 4 at 12 inches OC. So we can just place one here and just drag it across to there. So it placed it at 1 foot intervals for us. Okay, now I'm going to leave it there. I think you got a good idea of how to use details and place them inside of a wall section. But we can take this a little further. I think we'll do this too. We might as well, since we're over here. We're going to repeating details again, and let's put some more details. Put some more rebar in here, so we can go this way. I think these would normally be on the inside, maybe. I'm not a structural guy, and we can just go drag these all the way up. So I can take these all the way up, and they'll place them. And we go there. And I can just as well copy these over. Just grab these and copy them. So that's how you use these detail items to place things in wall sections. Now we can place rebar in structural models as well, but I wanted to just show you this to get you used to working with the detail elements in the items here, because they're very useful and they're very important. It basically it's separate from the model, if you know what I mean. So um, let's do some annotations with this guy since we're over here. So let's select big A, annotate, and we want to select 8-inch area here. So let's select this. Nope, I'm sorry, not that. I'll tell you what. Let's pick this up in a later exercise. Um, Anybody have any comments or questions? Let's just go here. And we can just call this number 8. Let's go shift number 8. Sorry. Will be capital. So we go in and we can label all of our rebar. You can down here, these are number 4. We say number 4 at 12 inches OC. So that's basically it, how we do details. And this is going to be a drafting view, and it's going to drag and drop onto a sheet. So I just want to show you this brief example of how we do a drafting view and how we do a wall section, placing details in the structure section. Of course, with regular walls that we've seen before in my previous videos, you can create custom walls. Okay, so set this to fine. There we go. So again, everybody, thank you for watching. I appreciate your views and comments, and please subscribe or hit the like button. Thanks again, and until next time, bye.